Avoid these cars that lose 50% of their value in under 3 years. Which cars drop in value like a rock and should be avoided at all costs? That's exactly what we're about to uncover. Welcome to AutoVFix, where we help you, the savvy consumer, master every step of car buying, ownership, and smart resale. While resale value may not be the first thing on your mind when shopping for a car, it should absolutely be near the top of your checklist. Why? Because buying a vehicle that depreciates like crazy is one of the fastest ways to lose thousands of dollars without even realizing it. In this video, I'm going to reveal the cars that lose half of their value in just 3 years. This data comes from Carriage, a trusted source for vehicle depreciation and ownership costs. I've broken everything down into 3 key lists: the top 10 luxury vehicles that depreciate the fastest, the top 10 regular non-luxury vehicles with the worst resale value, the top 10 vehicles with the best resale value that you should buy instead. Let's dive into the worst offenders, starting with the top 10 luxury cars that lose value at lightning speed. Starting off the list is the Mercedes GLE, a mid-size luxury SUV that drops approximately 47% of its value, that's around $40,000, within just 3 years. European luxury cars, especially German ones, are notorious for steep depreciation. Once the factory warranty ends, no one wants to pay out of pocket for sky-high repair bills. That fear hits the resale market hard. The S8, Audi's performance luxury sedan, also sheds 47% of its value. But here's the kicker. That's a jaw-dropping $65,000 gone in just 3 years. Even crazier, about 33% of that loss happens in the first year alone. Ouch. Another heavy hitter in depreciation is the Maserati Levante, a luxury SUV that loses around $55,000, or again about 47% of its value in just 3 years. Stylish? Sure. Reliable? Not exactly. And buyers know it. The Range Rover is practically a legend in repair shop visits. With an average depreciation of 47% or $68,000, this luxury SUV proves that prestige doesn't always equal longevity. Next up is the Audi S5. While it's not quite as expensive up front, it still takes a hit of 48% depreciation, roughly $30,000 over 3 years. It's a fun car to drive, no doubt. But if you plan on reselling it, brace yourself. The Stelvio is Alfa Romeo's answer to the performance SUV trend, but it loses 49% of its value, about $28,000, in just 3 years. And get this, nearly 30% of that loss hits in the first year alone. It's a clear sign that this car is simply overpriced for what you get. BMW's flagship luxury sedan, the 7 Series, is another frequent flyer on worst depreciation lists. It loses 49% or around $65,000 in just 3 years. It's a big high-tech car, but when those gadgets break outside of warranty, you'll pay dearly, or more likely sell it for a loss. Surprised to see a Tesla here? The Model X suffers a 50% depreciation rate. That's about $45,000 over 3 years. It's lost popularity in recent years, and used EVs just don't retain their value well due to battery degradation and fast-moving tech. The Maserati Ghibli is another resale disaster. It drops 50% or $56,000 in value in 3 years. What's truly shocking is that 35% of that loss happens in the first year alone. That's brutal. Taking the crown for the worst depreciating luxury vehicle is the Audi e-tron, rebranded as the Q8 e-tron. These lose 51% of their value in just 3 years, a staggering $42,000. The EQS is even worse. This electric luxury sedan loses 47% in just 1 year and is projected to lose 65% within 3 years. That's about $75,000 gone, more than many people's annual salary. Most of these vehicles are known for unreliable long-term performance, high repair costs, and relatively low demand in the used market. And with EVs like the EQS and e-tron, the technology advances so quickly that last year's model feels obsolete. Now let's move on to the regular cars, non-luxury vehicles that also drop like a rock in value. These might not be as pricey as the ones we just covered, but the depreciation percentages are still pretty painful. The Escape loses 38% of its value, about $15,000, in just 3 years. It's not the worst on the list, but still a tough pill to swallow for a mainstream SUV. The Charger is a fun, powerful car, but not great at holding its value. Expect a 40% drop in resale value, around $19,000, over 3 years. The Murano sheds 41% or $19,000 in value within 3 years. And like others, a huge portion of that loss, nearly 30%, hits in the first year alone. Full-sized SUVs like the Expedition are hit hard by depreciation. This one loses 42% or $33,000 within 3 years. That's massive. Number 6, Buick Enclave. The Enclave drops 42% or $23,000 over 3 years. And most of that drop happens between year 2 and year 3. Number 5, Chrysler Pacifica. Minivans don't typically hold value well, and the Pacifica is no exception. It loses 44% or around $22,000 in just 3 years. By year 2, it's already down 40%. Number 4, Jeep Grand Cherokee. The Grand Cherokee loses 45% or about $25,000 in the first 3 years. And get this, 32% of that happens in the first year. Overpriced and outdated? Buyers seem to think so. Number 3, Nissan Armada. Another full-sized SUV, the Armada drops 47% or $33,000 over 3 years. Not the kind of loss you want if you're planning to sell it down the line. Number 2, Nissan Leaf. The Leaf is one of the worst depreciating electric vehicles. It loses 49% or $19,000 in 3 years. Why? Tech gets outdated quickly, and battery degradation is a big concern for used EV buyers. Number 1, Hyundai Kona Electric. Taking the top spot is the Hyundai Kona Electric. It loses a massive 51% or around $19,000 within the first 3 years. Poor resale value among these cars usually comes down to lack of popularity, unreliable track records, high MSRP for what you get, and in the case of EVs, outdated tech. Now for the good news, the top 10 vehicles that retain their value extremely well. These vehicles only lose between 15% and 23% over 3 years. If you're looking to buy smart, these are the cars to target. Number 10, Toyota Highlander. Losing only 23%, about $11,000 over 3 years, the Highlander is a solid mid-size SUV that holds its value well due to reliability and high demand. Number 9, Honda HR-V. The HR-V loses just 23% or $6,700 in 3 years. Affordable, efficient, and trusted. It's easy to see why buyers love it. Number 8, Toyota RAV4. One of the best-selling SUVs in the world, the RAV4 drops only 22% or $8,200 in 3 years. It remains one of the most consistent resale champions. Number 7, Toyota Corolla. The Corolla loses just 20% or $5,000 in 3 years. That's less than $2,000 per year. Incredible for a car in this price range. Number 6, Ford Ranger. The Ranger drops just 20%, or $8,800 over 3 years. For a pickup, that's extremely solid resale value. Number 5, Toyota Sienna. Toyota's minivan loses only 18% of its value in 3 years, about $9,700. Extremely reliable and highly regarded for family use. Number 4, Toyota Land Cruiser. This legendary SUV loses 18% or $21,000 in 3 years. That might sound like a lot, but considering how expensive it is, it's a small percentage, and it holds its value exceptionally well. Number 3, Toyota Supra. The Supra also drops just 18% or $11,000 in 3 years. It's rare for sports cars to hold their value this well. Number 2, Toyota Tacoma. The Tacoma is basically a legend in resale value. It loses just 17% or $7,800 in 3 years. Even older Tacomas sell for shockingly high prices. Number 1, Ford Bronco. Surprisingly, the Bronco claims the top spot, losing only 16% or $6,000 in 3 years. Its off-road cred and modern design keep demand sky high. Why do these hold value? Simple. They're reliable, affordable to maintain, in high demand and backed by strong brand reputation. Especially Toyota, which dominates this list. Final thoughts why resale value should always matter. If you're one of those people who says, "I'm going to drive this car until the wheels fall off," I hear you, but life happens. You might need to sell or trade in your vehicle sooner than expected. And when that time comes, you'll wish you had a car with solid resale value. It's not just about how much you pay up front, it's about how much of that investment you get back when you're done with it. So what do you think? Will this list change the way you approach your next car purchase? Drop a comment and let me know. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more expert car buying advice right here on AutoVFix. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.